Hello everyone. Tesla has lowered prices again on all models and wanted to have a look at that. So we got an article from Inside EVs here looking at the discounts. So roughly the Model 3 and Y were lowered by $1,000 US, and the base model S and X getting the most significant discounts of $5,000 each. And there's a new Model Y available on the US website. Base Model Y is actually the Model Y that has the 4680 battery, and this new Model Y is all-wheel drive with an EPA estimated range of 279 miles compared to 330 miles for the Model Y long range. Now we also know the Model 3 base will lose half of the US electric vehicle tax incentive. It'll still get $3,750 of the credit. So we were worried that they were going to lose the whole credit, or the Model 3 was going to lose the whole credit, but now at least it'll still qualify for half of the credit after April 18th. Why is Tesla continuing to reduce their price? That's the question I hope I can help answer today. And this chart here from Bearded Tesla Guy I think is very handy to kind of look at the history of the price changes for the Model Y. So back in 2021, on the left side of the chart, we can see the Model Y standard range, the base Model Y, did hit a low of $39,990, basically $40,000. The Model Y long range was at a low of $48,990, and the Model Y performance was $60,000 US. And then through 2021 and 2022, we kept seeing increases, kept increasing and increasing because there was a huge backlog in orders was forming, and Tesla didn't want their customers to have to wait 6 months to a year to get their vehicle. I've heard from other YouTubers that they know of people who saw that they would have to wait 6 months to get their vehicle, and they didn't even consider it. They're like, no, I don't want to wait 6 months. I'm gonna go buy something else. So partly Tesla raised prices because of this. And now in 2023, we're seeing all these price drops. So we saw a huge price drop in January. Then there was a slight increase, and now we're going back down again. There seems to be a lot of concern around these price drops. Well, if we look, the base Model Y is still $10,000 more than the low point in 2021. The long range Model Y is still $3,000 more than the low point in 2021, and the performance is actually lower now. It's $3,000 lower than what it was in 2021. Why has Tesla lowered prices? The mainstream media seems to be saying it's because there's a demand problem. I'm sure that's a portion of it, because if they kept their prices so high, demand would be less. As you lower prices, more people can afford the vehicle and you'll sell more. Tesla is lowering these prices because they don't want their cars to be unattainable by the average person. They want to make them as affordable as they can so that more people can reach them. Their goal is to transition the world to sustainable energy. This is in their master plan. Their goal is not to remain a luxury car maker that only the wealthiest of people can afford. They said it in their investor day. They want to lower the price of their new compact car by 50% compared to the Model 3 and Y. They want to make an affordable vehicle. So that's why they're lowering prices. And also their production volume is going up, which means that per unit cost of production is going down, and they can pass those savings on to their customers. Tesla is still making industry-leading profits on the sale of their vehicles. So they have room to do this. If they wanted, they could, make their margins much lower and still make a profit and still be in a good position. Another question is, why is the media so concerned about this? My thought is, one of the answers is Tesla doesn't advertise. So the media tends to focus on this, tends to have a negative view of anything Tesla does because Tesla's not given mainstream media any money. But who does give them money? Traditional automotive. There may be a bias there that paints Tesla in a negative light because mainstream media doesn't get any money from them, whereas traditional automotive does. And also these price cuts make it tough for the traditional automotive companies to get into the game of electric vehicles, and maybe they have some influence over the mainstream media to try and blow Tesla down. So that may influence this focus on the negative side of the price cuts from Tesla. Again, I think it's a short-term focus. If you're focused on Tesla for the long term, this is what you actually want to see from Tesla, making more and more affordable vehicles. As they ramp up production, they'll be able to pass on savings to their customers. There's a chart I'll try and find for you that shows, like, as you lower the price, the percent of market share that you can access, it goes exponential. So Tesla definitely wants to get the price of their vehicles lower so that the addressable market becomes much larger for them, and most likely they'll sell a lot more vehicles. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the current price cuts from Tesla. Nothing to worry about in my mind as a long-term investor. My name's Evan Bertrand. This is the Evergreen channel. Subscribe if you like. You can click on the wheel on the bottom right. And thanks for watching.